What's going on, guys? Hey, it's Tuesday night. That means the Xfinity cars are gonna be on track. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, right where the same place in the trucks we're at. But we got a little bit bigger of a field. We got about 15 cars on track. It's the first race in the Xfinity round of 12. So we've got a few guys that have moved on. Points are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Unfortunately, I'm going to be by myself tonight. Stout Whiskey, as some of y'all may have seen on Facebook and on Twitter, is taking care of his dad. So all kinds of props to him for taking care of his dad. It's family and life before a game, absolutely. So, but yeah. These guys are all about it. I was just talking to them during pre-race and their connection testing and all that. Make sure that there's no instability in the lobby. Make sure nobody's lagging and all that. I didn't hear any complaints. Everybody's excited. They're talking about moving people if it was last lap under certain circumstances, things like that. So, man, it's going to be a great time. But I'm just gonna get this started. I'm ready to roll. I've been ready since the trucks finished up their final laps on Sunday night. Hopefully you caught that where Asbel was able to get that done and he locked himself into the round of 9 in the trucks. So yeah, we'll have to see how we do tonight. I can't wait. It's going to be a great time. Hopefully y'all will stick around and keep me company and talk to me. Let me know. Let me know how you're feeling, what you're doing, what's going on, how your holiday weekend was, and so on. But between now and then, let's get our opening set. Let's get our anthem, and let's get these guys out on track. Here we go. On the pole, it's going to be brand new qualifying. I tell you what, if we were to run the All-Star race, I'm sorry, the I don't think you really got caught up in all that much. But man, thanks for joining me in the booth tonight, buddy. More down from the truck series in here. He's going to be looking to try to steal a win. This time it is with the Xfinity cars. As you can see, just like it, she's got a soft spot in her heart for Cowboy Matt. Well, let's say Cowboy Matt doesn't win tonight, and let's say she picks.
For the most part, but it was very fun.
Yep, one right there at your home track in Bristol. That was through here. Yes, you got 21 of Sledgehammer. You got the 61 of Mountaineers, and our Colt 315 Cowboy Matt in his 19 IROC throwback.
Yep. Sledge for the lead. 15 pushed up a little bit there. Probably running a lower preset, as you would imagine. That's the kind of the versatility you get in this preset.
Used to be all over the streams, him and Master Killer. Speaking of Master Killer, he's actually in the race tonight. And I will have a little bit of help as far as laps and some issues that may occur on track.
We're really going to hope that we can make it all the way on tire.
One groove racetrack. You got to try to figure out the Finesse. Welcome to the chat, sir. Good to see you. Looks like Finesse is rooting on Boehner, trying to go for 3-0, 3 in a row, with Mountain and Battles Dig. Right now, looking so far so good. A whole lot of give, a whole lot of take, but they're keeping it clean, keeping it green. It looks like they're getting a little bit of separation between each other. No, the truck race was a lot of side-by-side, fast-paced racing. I'm ready for tonight's race. How you feeling?
And the cool thing is, of course,
Mountaineers, let this thing get really racy and then attack. Go for it. These guys have had 2+ weeks to practice. They're going to make contact a little bit, so are these guys. So looks like Bowling's kind of dropped back a little bit. Looks like some of the guys that might have taken tires earlier are really going to start moving their way to the push.
And here comes Larson. Larson to the bottom of the track. Job. Trying to take the lead away. Good job.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red blast, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free, in the home of the
Well, how about that? The one and only Madison Rising allowing NNR to use their version of the national anthem at the start of every single one of our community races, whether it's on Sunday with the trucks, Tuesday here with the Xfinity Series, or on Thursday nights when I get to hang around with HD Motorsports to call the Cup guys around the track. And guys, these racers put on a show every single week. Even though on Sunday night we only had about 10 trucks, 8 after a couple lagged out, they were still racing 2 and 3 wide, pack racing to the fullest right here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I'm expecting with about 15 or 16 cars on track tonight, it's going to be right about the same. I'm really hoping so. The boys are done qualifying. They're back in the lobby getting a couple last-minute words from old SWATs, letting them, just kind of reminding them where they're supposed to get on pit road, where they're supposed to come off. Merge into traffic, do all that, give way to lead lap cars if it comes to being lapped and whatnot. But, man, I am excited. We do have a couple of Chase guys that were unfortunately unable to make it. One I know for sure is Bill's Legend. Bill's, if you happen to go back and watch this, know that I was thinking about you tonight. I had the wrong person. I was thinking it was you that did really, really well at this track in the spring, where it actually ended up being Swats, and Boehner made sure that he corrected me. But guys, back to these, this Madison Rising. Please go to. I know you've heard me mention it before, but you know, how many times can you say thank you to these guys? Not enough. It's not, all bands that allow their songs and their music to be used by online racing communities. But hey, we try to get their word out there. Madison Rising. Now the lead singer of Madison Rising recently went his own way. He's now he goes by Dave Bray USA. Give him a follow also on Spotify or YouTube. Go to YouTube, look up his videos. He's got a lot of really, really good songs. He's got T-shirts for sale, challenge coins. He's a former Navy medic. Ended up being assigned to a Marine Corps unit. Ended up being their corpsman. But yeah, please by all means, go there, give him a follow. You will not be disappointed. I know I say it every single time, but yeah, please go to Madison Rising or DaveBrayUSA.com and give the guy his due. He definitely deserves it. I listen to him almost every day while I'm at work getting things done. But tonight, it's all about these Xfinity cars, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Curious who's going to be able to hit the jackpot here in Sin City. Who's going to be dancing with the showgirls up on stage right there in Victory Lane? Wish it was me, but nope. I'm right back here in North Carolina. So, again, just waiting on that ever important invite to get us going. It looks like the timer is back counting down. I should have it here any moment. About 10 seconds to go, and yeah, we're gonna see him on track. Find out who got that pole. We'll go through the field as we always do, and we're gonna take him green. Let me go ahead and actually check back and remind him I need that invite. I will be right back. Hey guys, I need an invite, please. Absolutely need that invite.
Oh, Pete needs an invite, Swat. Hey, what's base speed?
All right, there's the invite. So let's go ahead and get this set. All right, here we go. So yeah, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the Rhino Pro 300, the truck and Xfinity guys, they race 100% of the laps. So we're talking 300 laps around the. 150 laps it should be around this place, broken up into 3 stages. I'm guessing it's like 40, 40, and 60 or 70 or 80 or 90 or who knows what. But, yeah, looking forward to it. So here we go. Let's find out who got our pole. It's going to be the 97 of Fatless Dig with the 1 car of Asbel to his outside. My silent but deadly driver, the 11 of Parsville right there in P3. The 84 of Cheeseburger to his outside. 28 of Old Deadly Boehner with the 39 of Master Kill. Look for him to have a great night tonight. There's the 66 of Mike Honcho with the 9 of Q-Dog to his outside. There we got the 98 of FNL Bowling with the 18 car of NNR Cowboy. Thank you very much for allowing us to carry along with your stream, Cowboy. There's the 61 rather, of NNR Mountain with the 8 car of Augustus. I'm really going to be watching him tonight. The 51 of NNR Swats. I owe Swats a little bit. He made it to to the booth last in the spring, and I didn't interview all 3 cars. I just interviewed the winner, so I owe him an interview. Powder, good to see you out there pulling on for Mike Honcho. Right now, it's going to be the 97 of Fatless Dig taking the lead with the 1 car of Asbel very close in tow. Now, I got a message from Boehner saying that he's going to be rocking some old Stout whiskey colors. A lot of these guys are racing thinking about Stout. Stout is not with me tonight because he's having to care for and be with his dad after a surgery the other day. Stout, if you check this out, man, just know that we are all thinking about you. These guys are 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, and then single file behind them. This is pack racing. This is not Dega or Daytona, but the draft is huge around this place. I don't expect anything less than this until maybe when pit cycles happen, and then I'm expecting them to get a little spread out. But right now, challenge for the lead by the 1 of Asbel, rocking those Steve Park colors. 97 of Fatless Dig still to his outside. Look at the momentum that high side gets all the way down the backstretch. There's the 84 of Cheese in P3. Going to give that 1 car a little bit of a shot with the 11 of Parsifal right behind him. Pars kind of looks like he's rocking a Kevin Harvick black and silver throwback. Looks pretty good, but nobody has been able to get by that 97 yet. He's rocking the outside, keeping the car wound up, able to get off the corner a whole lot easier. And from what I kind of found in some testing of my own, a little bit of close quarters racing right there. But Fatless was able to hold on to it. He should have a pretty good run again off the corner. He's going to lead this lap. They are 3 wide for the lead here, 3 wide. The 11 down low, 1 in the middle, 97 up high. 1 looks like he's going to be able to take that, and we're still under green. All 4 or 5 laps ran so far. But what I was saying about that high line is it actually helps you save tires. So while he's up there, keeping the speed up, he's also saving his stuff for a little bit later on in the race. Right now, though, the guys behind Asbel, they're all racing pretty hard. Asbel's starting to pull away just a little bit, but the guy now up to P2 is none other than the 84-volt Cheeseburger. I've raced with him a little, about, 3 years ago or so in the old Dirty Mo racing. He's pretty fast back then. He races still, I believe, in that NAOR, right along with J-Paw and Stout. Kid gets a lot of practice. No doubt he's right here in the second rung to the highest in this NNR community. But man, look at these guys, 2 and 3 wide still. We're like 6 laps, 7 laps in, and because of the draft around this place, it will pull you. 13 cars in the lead pack. Then you got 2 kind of a little bit further back. They might be on a lower or a higher preset, just waiting for that first stage break or that first caution to get in, take some tires, make some adjustments, maybe a little less or a little more tape, depending on how they're feeling. But right now, this front pack is extremely racy. Going to keep going through the field here just a little bit, talking about the 11 of Parsifal. Here he is up on that high line, trying to keep that momentum, keep the car wound up. He's doing pretty well. I call this guy my sleeper in just about every race. He may not be up front leading laps constantly, but he is always there at the end. He's like a church mouse. You don't know where he came from, but he's there in the points. He's only, 4th or 5th in points, something like that. But right now, Boehner's got a handy points lead, even though the points were just reset once this round started. The only one close to him is actually the lead now, the 1 of Parsifal, the 1 of Asbel, about 20 points behind Boehner. Keep going through, just talking about Cheese there for a second. And I just mentioned the 28 of Boehner, your current points leader. Right now, after a little bit of contact, holding on to it. Oh, back up on the track. We got contact. And he's going to try to spin it around, grab a gear. I don't know if that's going to bring the caution out because he ended up down on the apron. Nope, caution. The cars are going to stay green, so Boehner's got to get that thing whipped around, grab a gear, get back going. He's got a fast car. This is only probably the middle of stage 1. I know for a fact that he will be there later on. Talk about one of the cars in the back. Here's an old Smokey Unic throwback, kind of what it looks like, or maybe a Morgan Shepherd throwback. I love these colors on these cars. The Xfinity cars and the truck cars, they absolutely put a lot of time, a lot of imagination, a lot of effort, a lot of pride too in the way that they build these paint schemes. So Mike Honcho back here. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab us a lap count since we were just talking about that first stage break. Looks like next time Boehner comes across the line, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count. I have the streams of both Boehner and Cowboy up to help me keep up with things, and it looks like they've got 33 laps remaining. And from what some of the guys said in pre-race, they can go about 25 laps on a tank of gas. Not quite sure about the tires. I guess that really depends on where you're at with your preset setup. But the pack looks like it's starting to get strung out just a little bit, but still some guys up there keeping up with that one car of Asbel. Now, if history serves right, anytime Asbel has not been able to pull away from the field in the beginning, as we got a challenge for the lead, 84 of Cheese to the outside, Asbel was able to pull back in front of him. But anytime Asbel has not been able to pull just flat away on the restart, it's been more of a challenge he's had more of a challenge from the other drivers. They weren't just, okay, who's racing for second? That's kind of what it's been in the truck series. But tonight, again, this is the Xfinity guys are just a little bit tougher, a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more track awareness, a little bit, might put in a little bit more time. Aswell right now is, vying very, very hard for that truck championship. Boehner is trying for the Xfinity, and the points for the Cup for the Cup Series is actually really, really close. Just about as close as the top 5, and then the other 4 cars are the top 3, and then the other 4 cars right behind them, kind of getting into little tier. Still kind of 3 wide right there. That's how the 28 got into trouble there earlier, but they're able to keep it all together. And again, Cheeseburger trying very, very hard to challenge that one. Here comes the 98 of FNL Bowling. He's gonna slide right in front of that 84 car. You couldn't have fit a piece of paper between their bumpers. Man, that was pretty risky. Either that or just some good communication. Cheeseburger telling him when he's clear, and the 98 of FNL Bowling was able to get down. Now Bowling's got that high side moving. Have to see if the momentum that he's carrying is going to be able to give him a little bit of a crossover behind the one. No such no such luck this time. We'll have to see if he's able to get it done here shortly. Let's look at behind the 84. That's where that other pack of 3 is, but nobody's able to catch up. Here we see the 39, a Master Killer on pit road already. Looks like the first round of green flag pit stops is going to be underway. You'll start to see more and more people kind of diving down to the bottom line, or to the line around the apron, indicating when they're going to be bringing it down pit road. Usually, and from what we saw in the truck race, the first few people to do it were easily able to make up some time. Trippy Main, or NNR Trip, was almost able to steal that win from Asbel in the trucks, because he was able to get in and get out and make up some time on the tracks. On the track a little bit better than Asbel, but Asbel in those 4 fresh tires and the rocket ship that he had on Sunday was able to catch up and flat dominate that race. Rock, good to see you, sir. Unfortunately, sir, I'm by myself while still thinking about Stout Whiskey and his dad, so he's got the night off to be with his family. But I appreciate you and Powder checking in the chat so far, sir. Here's Cowboy. I was just talking about more and more going to be coming down pit road. So I'm going to guess that we're probably right around 25, 26 to go. I'll actually see the next time Boehner comes on by. And yeah, 25 laps to go. So they should all be good once they make it down pit road and work their way off. 4 brand new Eagle Field Goods, full tank of gas. Race it out for the end of stage 1, make up as many positions as possible. There's the 51 of SWATs, taking it all the way down to the apron, going through 3 and 4. It's the way that NNR does it. Try to woe it up just before you get to the start-finish line, but you want to keep up as much speed as you can without speeding on pit road. That extra 15 to 20 seconds in penalty is not worth it. Good pit by SWATs. All right, back to the 97 of Fatless Dig, your pole sitter for tonight. Looks like right now probably running right around P3 as we continue to cycle through green flag pit stops. There's your one of Aswell. Has got a pretty good gap right now back to P2. Not sure if he's still your leader or if he's or if he hasn't or if he has pit. But let me go ahead and pull up the stream of Cowboy, see where he sits. Cowboy right now is in P12. Boehner is just now, let me go ahead and get to him. Looks like he's going to pit. Yeah, there we go. Making up as much time as he can. Looks like he made up a ton of time on Mike Honcho. As you see there, more and more cars pulling it in. Get their first service of the night. Again, cutting the stream close to down the middle. They went kind of long on this first part of the stage, but doing what they feel they can do after their practice during the week. I hate that road that glitch. There we go, on pit road. You saw the 11 going in and knocking a car around as he pulled into the stall. Sometimes it makes you think you've got damage where it's actually just lag damage. But if you fix it, it does mess you up. All right, back here on track. Again, 98 of Bowling. There's Cowboy. We saw him on pit road not too long ago. Here's the 61 of Mountain. Mountain did make it into the top 12. Glad to see it for the guy. Hopefully he can continue to move on. He has absolutely been getting better and better every week. He's shown to have a whole lot of speed. Nothing different tonight. Mountain, you know I always pull for you. There you go. Here's the 8 car of Augustus, just now coming off pit road, accelerating all the way off, coming through 1 and 2 rather. Up to 4th gear, going down the backstretch. Here comes the 97 of Fatless Dig, quick to his bumper. Looks like the 8 might have actually made up a spot or two going down pit road. Here is that 51 of SWATs, and that is the damage I was talking about that pit road gives you if you pull in behind somebody else while trying to get your service, and it's very unfortunate. Here comes Aswell right on by. Now we saw the 98 of FNL Bowling not too far off the back bumper of the one of Aswell earlier. It looks like because Bowling went in 1 or 2 laps earlier, he was able to get on by. And look at this closing rate thanks to the draft. That's going to absolutely allow the one to give a little bit. I'm sorry, that was the 39 Master Killer. Master Killer might be on a few lap older tires, but kind of looked like the 98. But yeah, back, looks like the one's got a couple cars ahead of him. I'm not sure if that puts him in P3 or where that places him, but he's definitely got some cars in front of him. I don't think they're cars ready to be lapped. The competition looked like it was pretty good for that, and we did see. No, I'm actually guessing that Aswell is in P3 right now. Cheeseburger and the 11 were both up front with that one before pits. Well, here they are now. And I'm going to guess that this is a battle for the lead with the one behind them, followed by the 39 of Master Killer. So these guys trying to hold that one back. And next time by, I'll get a lap count, which should be right around 20 to go. Still all caution free. There's the 28. Looks like he's recouping nicely. There's Mike Honcho. There's a 9 of Q-Dog looking pretty sporty. Again, 98 of FNL Bowling, 28 of Boehner. I think I said 26 earlier. Definitely the 28 with Mike Honcho right in front of him. So 3-card draft. If they're able to get in the same line together, that is. Back again to Mountain. 8 Carvagustus, he was able to pull off the pit road and stay in front of that 97. So great job by Goose. Looks like he's got that car freed up just enough. There's Swats in that 51 going on by. I wish Swats actually was streaming tonight. I'd love to know if that damage was real, if it's actually affecting his arrow or not. But he's not streaming tonight. Looks like the 1 of Asbel was able to get by the 84 of Cheese and the 11 of Parzival. So now all they've got to do is stick with him. Stay on his bumper all the way around through the draft, lap after lap, and then try to charge for those max stage points as we get closer and closer to the end of stage 1. Next time by, either Cowboy or Boehner. I'll grab us a lap count. Definitely excuse me, got to be in the high to mid-teens. It's only a matter of time, matter of points, matter of position, and these guys want them all. All right, this time by 14 laps remaining, and judging by Boehner's stream, he's going through 1 and 2. The leader's going through 3 and 4, and yeah, that's got to be the 1 and the 11 and the 84. Again, Parzival looking to the back bumper, the 84 of Old Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger was talking about how he's gotten better as this season has progressed. He wasn't with NNR the entire season. I think he was here earlier, and then he went away, and then he came back, if I'm not mistaken, or might be thinking of somebody else, but I know he definitely ran for a short while last season, so it's good to see Cheeseburger back again. And he was saying he just hasn't quite had the speed to be able to get it done. But he's been consistent, been up front all season so far. And I told him, man, you just keep digging, do what you got to do, keep working on your cars. If you're consistent enough, the wins will have to come. That's exactly what I told him, and I believe that, 100%. But right now, as we look back, we look from the back bumper, the 11 of Parzival, the 84 is down low. These guys been racing side by side, lap after lap. Behind them is the 8 and the 70. Fatless Dig 97. Absolutely racing hard. Back to 28 of Boehner. Again, it looks like he's got bowling to work with, and the 18 of Cowboy in front of him, Mike Honcho behind him, still really digging. Cowboy, Bowling, Boehner, Mike Honcho, and Q-Dog is actually your 5th through 10th right now. This is all for position. So this is actually a really, really great recovery by Boehner. We saw him spin, almost make contact with the inside wall earlier. Obviously went from 4th or 5th to the back, and here he is back inside the top 10 again. I'm going to look for him to have a pretty stout night. If you get the plug again, rocking some old Stout whiskey colors. Stout really likes the Rusty Wallace 2 MGD throwback car, the Darlington paint scheme, and that's kind of where Boehner's at tonight, right there with Stout. 39 of Master Killer with Q-Dog not too far off. These guys are teammates, both members of the J-Pa Army. I haven't seen J-Pa out there in chat yet, but I'm sure he's got to be keeping an eye on his guys, or will at some point. Kind of working. There's Q-Dog. Again, still working through. Looks like Boehner and the 98 of Bowling are definitely catching up to the back bumper of Cowboy. Again, Cowboy is the other guy that is streaming, so I'm able to keep up even a little bit more. But being that they're so close, their rundown is not going to be all that different. Again, 5th is Fatless Dig, 6th is Cowboy Boehner in 7th now. He's able to get past Bowling, and then Mike Honcho there in 9th. There's your battle. 28 down low, 18 up high, 19 up high. I keep mixing up. He's the 18 in trucks, and he's the 19 here in Xfinity. But for some reason, he's had the same numbers all season long, and I still throw him off every now and then. So it's a good race by him. Back to the 61 of Mountain. Mountain's looking pretty steady all the way through. Doesn't really seem like his car is pushing. Doesn't seem like it's loose off the corner or anything like that. Across the line, down on the apron. Got to be within 10 laps remaining. Again, checking up, getting it all the way down as far as possible. Yeah, Mountain's done pretty well here as of these last several weeks, and I'm glad to see it. Back to the 8 of Augustus again. 97 of Fatless Dig behind him. Again, we got about 15 cars on track tonight. And as we're coming to the closing laps here in stage 1, everybody's going to be able to make it down pit road during the stage break, get some more adjustments in. Usually if you qualify in the back, you don't have the same opportunity to get as many adjustments in as somebody that qualifies up front and has the early pit stall, excuse me. As Boehner comes across the line, we've got 4 laps to go. So more than likely we are looking right here at your current race leader, Asbel, trying to get it done in stage 1. Max points. I mentioned, and as you see on that scroll across the bottom of the screen, he has 20 points to make up in order to catch back up to her. And again, this stage of the chase is another 4 races. We've got tonight here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where they're trying to hit the jackpot in Sin City. Next week, we've got Talladega, which is always a lot of fun. Then we head to the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, and then we've got Richmond. So as I've mentioned many times, all 3 of the chase phases or stages, or whatever you want to call them, consist of 4 tracks. You've got an intermediate track, a short track, a speedway, and a road course. So, yeah, if you're gonna win the championship this year, you will definitely earn it. Looking still off the hood view of the one of Asbel, trying to maybe catch up here to the 51 of Swats. Try to see if maybe he can get this 51 a lap down. Swats was a little salty with me because in the beginning of the season when we ran here, I didn't interview the top 3. I only interviewed the leader, and he should have been there. He says, Pete, I am going to do well tonight. I'm going to be in the booth with you. I'm guessing that damage that we saw on his car after his pit stops was real. And there it is, ladies and gents. That is the end of stage 1. Asbel clearly knocked that one out of the park. Pretty sure behind him is going to be the 84 of Cheeseburger and the 11 of Parzival. In the meantime, guys, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. I'm going to crack into something kind of cold here, and we will be right back. Let's go to NNRLeague.com.
Hey NNR fans, are you looking for a way to rep your favorite NASCAR Heat preset league on Xbox Live? Look no further. Just go to NNRLeague.com, scroll down to the Zazzle tab, and see what we have to offer. From t-shirts to hoodies to clocks, we have everything you need to show your support. Thanks for being the best fans, and we hope to see you at the track repping that NNR red.
All right, these guys are getting their last bit of changes done. They've got just a few more seconds left. I really do want to thank you all for coming out and hanging out with me tonight. I still got to give an extra big thanks to Krabby Soup after the American Ethanol League race the other night. Donated 10 subscriptions to my channel. Definitely appreciate it. But ladies and gents, we are back under green, starting stage 2. 1 of Asville, the 11 of Parsville, 8 of Augustus, 97 of Fatless Dig, 84 of Cheeseburger, and the 28 making a big return here, back to the top 5, top 7, able to take this stage break, make up a lot of ground. We'll just have to see now what this 28 has under the hood in his setup and see if he's going to be able to work his way back to the front. Just like we saw in the beginning of the race, though, I expect a whole lot of side-by-side 2 and 3 wide racing, just as we saw then. Nothing less. So now the 11, the 84, the 97, the 28, and whatnot. We're all able to keep up with Asville earlier, but he wasn't really able to pull away until something happened between the 11, 88, and the 84. Not sure if they made contact, but here they are, right back with him again, all nose to tail, back in the draft. We got all team cars sitting right here. I don't think anyone has retired. All motors are still intact. Everybody's internet's working. By the way, M York 48, if you're out there, thank you very much for following while we were offline. Absolutely appreciate it. Still going through. Here's the 11 of Parsville looking straight ahead to our leader, the 1 of Asville. Asville looks like he's got a pretty solid line all the way through 3 and 4, down on the apron, across the start-finish line, really cutting that apron as much as he can. Back up on track, check up, get down low, accelerate again, back all the way around this white line, let it wash up to the wall without scrubbing off too much speed. All your horses, all your ponies down this back straightaway. Again, check up for just a second, back on the gas, ride that white line all the way around. Again, let it wash up towards the wall without hitting it. Gain up all your momentum across the line, and that is another lap here around Las Vegas Motor Speedway, courtesy of Parsville, watching your leader Asville right now. Keep on going through the field. Sperl, what's happening, buddy? How you doing? Let's take a look back to the 39 of Master Killer with Q-Dog right in front of him. Again, JPA, Army privates or soldiers or whatever you want to call them, working nose to tail. Looks like they're working pretty well together. 98 of FNL Bowling down on the apron. Was able to gather it back up, cut that grass there just a little bit. Not quite sure if that was due to contact or what, but it looks like the 39 of Master Killer just got a bumper full of the 19, and doesn't look like it really did any damage right there, but only he would know when he's looking at his car menu. It'll tell him whether he's got any rear end damage or not. 66 of Mike Honcho, also able to use that stage brake and catch back up. All mostly nose to tail here as we're about 4 or 5 laps into stage 2. Again, want to thank everybody that's out there. Guys, above the NNR logo, we still got that scroll going. We know that on Thursday nights during the Cup race, they are money races. And not money for the drivers, it's money for y'all out there in chat. If before the end of stage 2, you can pick the eventual top 3, the 3 that HD and I are talking to in the booth, interviewing about their race. If you pick the right 3 and you're the first one to pick them, I've got some Microsoft cash for you. And because nobody picked the correct top 3 at Indianapolis when Dohar won, that money's kind of rolled over. So it's double or nothing. Double or nothing here in Las Vegas. Hey, what do you know? I didn't even have to think about that. It just rolled right off the tongue. But we're starting to see a couple of different packs here now. Front pack and then this back pack. 19 and 9 fighting side by side. 98 of Bowling looks like he's able to catch back up. A little bit of contact there. 9 of Q-Dog able to hold on to it. And I almost did it again. The 19 of Cowboy was able to shoot that gap and work his way through. Great driving. Way to take advantage, Cowboy. That's 2 spots that you're up. Good job. Going to keep on going through. There's the 61 of Mountain. Maybe just saving a little gas. I know he's got more speed than what he's showing right now. Here's the 8 of Augustus up here with this top pack right in front of the 28 of Boehner. And to the outside of the 97 of Fatless. They're going to pull down right in front of the 97 going into the corner. And behind them, they are 3 wide. Holding a whole lot of momentum on that high side. Still 3 wide. Got Boehner in the middle, 84 of Cheeseburger to the outside, 97 of Fatless Dig the inside. Absolutely a great track for side-by-side. J-Pa, was wondering how long it's going to take you to come on in here and see how your boys were doing. So far, let's see. Let's go ahead and find Master Killer. There we are. Master Killer and Q-Dog were running nose to tail earlier. Right now there's Master Killer. Looks like Q-Dog is running right now behind the 19 of Cowboy, but they were both doing pretty well. We've definitely got 2 different packs broken up. Front pack, it consists of about 6 cars. Back is being led by that 39 with Mike Honcho pretty close in tow, trying to catch back up. But that 39, he's hauling. He is making some hay right now. Really using that top line to keep the momentum going, keep the wear off the tires, make up as much time as he can, let the guys in front fight and argue and swap back and forth for position. He's going to take everything that he can and try to make up as much time as he can. That's a pretty line by that 39. Here's the 9 of Q-Dog looking at the inside of the 19 of Cowboy. See if he's going to be able to have it. Again, that high side momentum has been working all night long. I think the only person that's really passed on the bottom tonight is the 1 of Aswell. Let's see here. There we are, back to the 8 car of Augustus, looking ahead to the 11 and the 1 still doing battle. The 11 has been getting closer and closer, but has just not been able to dive under the 1 and make a successful pass. We saw this between the 11 and the 84 of Cheeseburger earlier. Cheeseburger's definitely showing a lot of speed, but just hasn't been able to get it done yet this year. But I was talking to the guy in pre-race. He will. There's no doubt in my mind. He's just been way too fast to not do anything great. So it's good to see him back here in NNR. I know he ran a handful of races last year, and again, I'm glad he's back. Let's see. There's Asbel looking back to that 11 car. You see the 11 car. 11 almost looks like he's running a gray ghost paint scheme as he pulls to the outside of the 1. Now let's see if that 11 is going to have that momentum on the high side to himself. Well, don't see it just yet. We'll have to see how strong he comes off, if he's able to pull any kind of a crossover down this very short back straightaway, using the draft, using that momentum to pull back up to the back of that 1. Again, diving down low. Parzival trying everything he can. Maybe try to make that 1 car a little loose. Battle for the lead coming across the line. The 1's going to go ahead and lead that. The 11, though, is relentless. He is going to keep on trying, battling, trying this 1 car. See if he can't make a mistake. All the way up on his back bumper, through the corner. 11 down low. No, back up again behind the 1. Lap after lap, these guys have been trying to get it done. I hope y'all are enjoying this as much as I am. Can you tell in the tone of my voice? God, I love this stuff. I heard somebody had a nickname for me, or has a nickname for me, of Hype Man. the other day. I had not heard that before. Maybe so, but you know what? I enjoy what I'm doing, so y'all go ahead and call me anything you want. Just don't call me late for dinner, okay? There's old Cheese back there with the 28 of Boehner, keeping it pretty sound. Again, right around 4th place. Boehner in 5th. All really tight on that back bumper of the 1 of Asbel. Looks like the 97 Atlas Dig. He's trying to pull himself back up, and the more these guys race side by side, the more he's going to be able to get there. It's not going to be long. So again, 84 Cheeseburger, the outside of Boehner. He's going to have that high line momentum. Pull in right behind the 8 of Augustus or the 11, whichever one's going to stay in front of him, and keep that draft. But Asbel has not pulled away in this run, kind of like how he did in the later stages of last run. So we'll have to see if it repeats itself, or if these guys are able to stick with him on the long run. So far, so good. Next time Boehner or Cowboy come on by, I'll go ahead and grab a lap count for us. Actually, it looks like Cowboy's going to take his down pit road. And it looks like Boehner's going to do... No, Boehner's still out there on track. So next time by, it's showing that he's got about another 6 laps, I believe, in the tank. So we'll see what it says when he comes across the line. But yeah, you see more and more like the 84 Cheeseburger right there, pulling it down pit road. There's the 28 of Boehner giving the 8 of Augustus a real big shot. 22 laps remaining here in stage 2 to wrap up both stages. The 1 of Asbel, he was able to get it done in stage 1. He got max stage points. Somebody else, maybe the 11, maybe the 8, maybe the 28, will be able to rob him of the same thing this time by. Again, the 11 of Parzival looking to the outside. Again, he's going to have that high side. We'll see if he's able to stay in the gas and pull up alongside. Coming off the corner, looks like he might be getting a little loose right there. You see the front end wiggling around just a little bit. Nope, here he comes. He is all side by side. P3 and 4 are also side by side. 1 down low, 11 up high. 1 is not going to pit this time. 11 doesn't look like he's going to have quite enough. Almost washing up into him. The 1, man, that could have been bad for him. If the 11 had hooked him, that would have been the 1's fault. But still, very, very hard racing up front. Here's a big dive to the bottom by the 28 now. Underneath the 11, it looks like the 8 of Augustus trying to keep up there. You see him signaling that he's going to take it down pit road right with the 28. 28 might have just snookered the 1. He made it look like he was just running that low line. Dived onto the apron as they were going into 3. And, yeah, here they go. So the 2 that were giving the 1 the biggest challenge are both on pit road right now, nose to tail. The 1 is running another lap. We'll have to see if these guys pulling into pit road where they're able to grab 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods, fill it up on gas, get back out, make the most hay, see where they're able to run. Oh, I hate that glitch on this game. I tell you, that makes it look like you have damage, but you really don't. As Cowboy comes across the line, we got 20 laps remaining. I'm going to jump back out to the field. Let's see. There's the 39 of Master Killer, 66 of Mike Honcho, and there's the 61 of Mountain. High, wide, and handsome. The outside trying to pull what I was just talking about between the 11 and the 1. He's got the head of steam going down the front stretch, keeping the 66 somewhat penned down, giving him a little bit of room, but not all that much. There you see the 61 keeping it wound up, able to stay side by side. I'm guessing this car is just a little too loose. It wasn't able to stay in the gas the entire time. Let's keep on working our way through the field. Looks like both the 19 and the 28 are back out on track. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to find There's Asbel. So Asbel right now is coming off track, or coming off pit road, and watching a few cars come flying on by. And I saw Cheeseburger up there. There's the 11 of Parzival, 97 of Fatless Dig. So Parzival, he was trying to pass the 1 that entire time. Here he is. That one little bit of extra time on pit road has now allowed the 11 to get on by the 1, and you know that he's not going to give that lead up early, as it looks like he got into the corner a little too hot. That's going to allow the 1 to dive on down. These guys are side by side. I'm sure that this is for the lead now. Let's see on on Cowboy Stream. Yeah, your leaders are right there. It looks like Boehner right now is the leader. Cheese is in second. Asbel's in third. Parsable fourth. So Boehner, with that little extra time on pit road, was actually able to grab the lead. So Boehner, your current points leader here in the Xfinity Series, out front. Next time by, I'll grab a lap count. We got to be counting down here pretty soon. See where we stand. 84 of Cheeseburger right there, close in tow. He's going to grab second most stage points if we can keep the 1 behind him. As he came across that line, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count there. And it looks like with that, we have 15 laps remaining here in stage 2. Right now, though, yeah, it doesn't really look like Asbel's going to have anything for the 28. I don't think he's going to catch him. You know Cheeseburger in this 84 is going to give a big fight to the 1. He's not just going to lay over for him. Even though Cheese is not in the chase, he is on the lead lap. He is fighting for position. He's fighting for points. He wants to be, maybe he wants to finish 5th in the standing or something like that. I don't know. But trying to catch up with Cheese. There he is. And actually, it looks like, never mind, it looks like the 1, with all that, trying to catch up to him, looks like the 1 was able to get by. So now the 1 of Asbel is trying to catch up with that 28. Those guys are Rook Racing teammates. I don't think he's going to catch him. I'm sure they've got setups that are very, very similar. Boehner's running pretty strong. He's shown that he was able to recover from that early spin, and yeah, he's leading the way, and looks like he's keeping a pretty distant or pretty stable gap between himself and second place. Battle right now between Cheeseburger and the 11 of Parsable. Parsable down low, Cheeseburger up high. Pars pulling down, using the apron, shortest way around. Maybe try to get just that little bit of position on the 84, dive it into the corner, get back into gas a little bit earlier, let it wash all the way up, and yep, there you go. 1 more position up for the 1184, now back to P4. The 8 of Augustus, 97 of Fatless Dig. That is your top 6. Looks like the 19 got a little squirrely there, coming off the corner with the 9 of Q-Dog right there with him. Then you got the 66 of Mike Honcho, looking pretty sporty as well, able to really get back into gas after that last round of adjustments. 9 and the 66 side by side. 66 trying to pull to the inside of the 19 of Cowboy. Cowboy kind of moving down just a little bit to pinch the 66 down so he can't get that run off the corner. Can't pull any kind of a slide job. And we're going to keep on moving through. 98, 39, right, racing side by side now. Going through one end now down the backstretch. There you still see the 39 of Master Killer to the outside. What the 39 really should be doing, I know that he's keeping that high side, though he's keeping the car wound up there. He really should try to pinch that 98 down. That way he can't get back in the throttle and beat you off the corner. I mean, 39, he's definitely got that thing free up enough to where he can really run that high side as well as he is. But that 98 keeps challenging lap after lap on the bottom, and eventually, because it is the shortest way around, and unless Master Killer gets that great lap that he needs, there you go, pinch him down just a little bit. Way to go. Now you'll be able to pull back to the side of him, coming down the front stretch through the tri-oval. 98's going to take that spot. Good race by those guys. 66 and 19 again side by side. J-Pa, you were not kidding. This track is amazing for side by side. I'm already looking forward, to the rest of this race and Thursday night when I get to see you rocking that 22 out here on track. And I was talking about, the whole, money race. Well, I wonder if anybody will pick old J-Paw for Thursday night. If he can wind up in that top 3, I wouldn't put it past him. Let's see here. 51 of Swat's coming across the line. There's again the 97 of Fatless Steak, just kind of cruising, taking his time. Asbel looks like he was able to catch and pass on by his teammate, 28 of Boehner. As they come on by the line, again, I'll grab us another lap count. Your top 5 right now. 1 of Asbel, 28 Boehner, 11 of Parsville, 8 car of Augustus, and the 84 of Cheeseburger. Here we go. Look at the 28, looking down low. Maybe trying to run, make him loose, just get in his head. Papa Bear, good to see you again, sir. Let's see here. Yeah, the 28 is all over the back bumper. Let me see if I can go ahead and catch him. There we go. This is the battle for the lead right now. 28 kind of choosing a little bit separate of a line, able to maybe check up, get back into gas just a little bit sooner, getting a great run on the 1, coming down the backstretch. Let's see if he's able to use that draft and pull the inside. There it is. That's the move. 28 down low, hit the apron just a little bit. Very unfortunate, very unlike Boehner, just trying to get as low as he could. Coming across the line this time by. Again, I know I said I'd grab a lap count before, just got kind of wrapped up in the action. Let's see. And we've got, what does that say, 4 laps remaining here from Boehner's screen. Again, I think he's still got more in the tank, more in the tire. He's going to be able to catch back up to that 1. The draft here is too strong. Behind him is still the 11 and the 8 cruising nose to tail, just like these guys. Nose to tail battle for the lead. Here's the nope, that's not the battle, but it is a battle. Here's what those guys were seeing behind. And let's see. There it is. All right, so, yep, the 8 car now looking to the inside of the 11 of Parzival. I love both of these paint schemes, but I tell you what, that one for Parzival, it really does look like, the silver and black Kevin Harvick throwback. I love that and the time that all the drivers in all 3 series have taken, the pride that they've put into these setups. Great job by them all. Get back up to our leaders here. Boehner now again. Looks like he's caught the 1. He's to the outside. He's definitely got a fender. Going into the corner on the high side. Keep the 1 pinch down like he's doing. That's how you do it. Guys side by side on wheels. 28 up high, 1 down low. Coming through the tri-oval. 28's going to lead that lap and the stage. What an amazing stage by the 28. Way to run that out. Good job. Nope, these guys are still underpowered. Never mind. By the way, the 28 kind of rocked a little bit there. It kind of looked like it was the end of the stage. I should have known better. But still, there's the 28 to the high side again. Running that 1 down low, keeping him pinched. Again, coming off 3 and 4. 28's going to be the outside. 1 down low. This time by. And that was the stage. So great job. Great run by Boehner. I mean, you could not script it any better. Guys, I need to take a quick break here. Quick commercial break, I promise. But I will be right back. Y'all went to NNRLeague.com. There's a few people in here, so if you want to know how to follow me or NNR on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, check this out.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, they've got about 10 seconds for any last-minute adjustments, second thoughts. Your gut instinct is always usually the best one to go with. Here we go. All right, so it's going to be the 28th stage two, the stage two leader with the. Let's see here. The one of Aswell 2 is outside. Behind these guys is going to be the 8 of Augustus, the 11 of Parsifal, and then I believe that's going to be, let's see, the 84 Cheeseburger with the 98 of FNL Bowling to his outside. Now your top 3 all nose to tail. Actually, what am I saying? Top 3. Here's your whole field, nose to tail. Yeah, this is what we've seen at the start of every single race. Boehner definitely shown in the last stage to have the car on the long run. When they come on by the line this time, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count so we know how many laps we've got to look forward to in stage 3. And ladies and gents, it is 106 as they're running 3 wide for second place right there. The 8 of Augustus, the outside. 28 of Boehner giving him a shove. Here's the 11 of Parsifal down low. Behind them also side by side. No, that was not a broken record. That is truly what they are. Man, I love this track just for this. In fact, I actually got a message from a guy that ran with NNR a long time ago, sent me a message on Facebook saying, "Hey Pete, can I run tonight? I love this track." But unfortunately, you gotta be in it to win it throughout the season in order to run. But I'm sure maybe he'll be back next year. Not gonna really give out any names, but the guy is a hell of a racer. His brother races in NNR, and man, if those two teamed up, kept it going, they can really do a lot with each other. They race on a lot of other platforms like Forza, Horizon, and project cars and all that too. So, man, when you're into cars, you are just into it. Again, battle right here between J-Paw Army teammates. 39 of Master Killer down low, 84 of Cheeseburger up high. Behind them, you got the 19 of NNR Cowboy, and yeah, they are still just cruising along. Wide view, 9 of Q-Dog now, 51 of Swats, and 97 of Fatless Dig back there. Right now, it's looks like it's all the one of Asbel with Augustus behind, and then the 11 of Parsifal. I don't see the 28 of Boehner in this picture anywhere. Let me see if I can actually go ahead and try to find him. I don't think he's pulled away. There he is. Something must have happened, because now he is a bit further in the back. He led stage 2, got max points there. He came back from a huge deficit after just about spinning in the first few laps of stage 1. Came back, and I think he ended up in the top 5 there. So we know he's got a faster car. He's got a rocket ship. I don't see any damage anywhere on this 28. Again, Boehner rocking the old Rusty Wallace throwback scheme for Stout Whiskey. Stout, again, not with me tonight, having to take care of his dad after some minor surgery. Hopefully everything turns out all right. Stout, you know everybody in NNR's got your back, brother. You need me, you call me. Still going on through. J-Paw, if you're still out there, every time I'm going through these camera angles, sometimes I'll get stuck on hood view or looking back, and Chain Graboid's voice and messages keep popping in my head. Man, I hate this view. Please switch it back to full field view. Just about every single time. I don't know why, but yeah, it just kind of stuck with me. Back in the days when I first started broadcasting with Dirty Mo, before the one and only HD Motorsports gave me a shot to broadcast with him the latter half of last season. I believe I started right after Michigan, so yeah, it's been I will have now been on the year either with HD or by myself for just about a year. So happy anniversary to me, right? No, I'm just kidding. Here's a battle for the lead now. Looks like the 1 kind of came down and blocked the 8's momentum, but the 11 of Parzival out there, 84 of Cheeseburger, and the 39. Is that the 39 of Master Killer now? Moving up here in the field. Let's see. Yes, it is. So the 39 and the 84 making heavy gains. They were both much further in the pack. It looks like they're making a lot of hay, trying to keep up with that 1. It's going to be interesting to see if the 28's able to make up any time. But right now, 1st through 5th, Asbel, Parzival, Augustus, Cheeseburger, and Master Killer. Every now and then I like to revisit how Master Killer came to be in NNR. He followed me on Twitch. He followed me on Twitter. He's watching the streams, chatting it up with everybody, and he wanted to race. So I told him who to contact. He made his very first start at Auto Club Speedway. I think he said that's his home track, and he's been great ever since. I'm glad that he decided to run with us. Now I see it's not the 39, it's the 98. They are running very, very similar colors, unfortunately. So it's actually going to be the 98 of Bowling, but the 84 Cheeseburger is up there in the top 5. Hey, 1 out of 2 ain't bad, right? Let's see here. Here's a 28, trying to catch on to this lead pack, grab a little bit of a draft, then maybe try to push them up as much as he can. There's Master Killer. Master Killer is actually in front of Boehner and these other guys back here. He's kind of doing what he was doing last time. If he didn't hit the apron right there just a little bit, wow, that was odd. It looked like he wanted to pit. I wonder if maybe he's got a flat tire or something. I don't know, but that was a very, very odd way to make it through the corner. He was like wrecking. So back to the 66 of Mike Honcho, 9 with the 7 to his outside, both trying to chase down that 19. Again, 61 of NNR Mountain. Guys, I know I've said it before, but I got to say it again. Big thank you to Mountain. These commercials, the commercial content that y'all see, whether it's for Zazzle or whether it's on how to follow NNR, and I've got one more. Maybe I'll take another break here in just a little bit, maybe another 30 laps or so, of a car that we're trying to give away. It's an anniversary edition for Charlotte Motor Speedway. The car is signed by track owner Bruton Smith. We just got to get 50 people in the here in chat. So right along with you, Papa Bear, J-Power, Spurl, Rock, NASCAR, Powder, all y'all and then some that are out there, man, tweet it out, send it out, Facebook, say, hey, come and check out these guys here at NNR. They've run caution-free at Vegas, about 15, 16 cars on track. No retirees tonight so far. Everybody's still out there. Everybody's up and running, keeping it competitive. If we can get 50 in here, that unlocks the car. I've got one simple question to ask about Charlotte Motor Speedway, and whoever can answer that first has that car coming to him, courtesy of the one and only NNR Mountain, the guy right here in this 61. So Mountain, thank you once again for your selflessness, giving to the league, your time, your efforts, the diecast, everything. Bills, it's good to see you. Cheese is absolutely showing up. He's running P5 right now, right there with the leaders. I'll actually catch up to him right now. There he is. There's Cheeseburger keeping the 11 down, 98 to the outside, maybe thinking about trying to take it 3 wide. Whoa, 98 got a little loose. I'm not sure if he tagged the wall or not, but here is Cheeseburger on the 11 of the outside of the 11, keeping the car wound up on that high side. You can hear him back in the gas already, trying to pull up alongside of the 11. 11 might have tried a little block, but the 84 was there. Now the 84's got the draft of the 98 of FNL Bowling to go ahead and pull down. Parzival had no choice but pull in behind him. So first through fifth, still pretty much nose to tail. Good to see you out there, Bills. Thank you very much for tuning in, sir. There's Master Killer, unfortunately a bit further back. Master Killer had a very, very odd entry into the pits. Going through 1 and 2, he looked really, really squirrely. Not sure if he had worn down his tires or what, but he lost a ton of time. So he's really got to hope maybe a caution or something like that will come out or what. I don't know. But right now, Master Killer is definitely he's definitely struggling. Back up front here, 98 of FNL Bowling, right now running P2. Looks like the 11 of Parzival was able to get back by that 84. 84 now back in P4. Let's see here. P5 actually, make that. Looks like P4 is going to be the 8 car of Augustus. But these guys are really sticking with this 8 car this time. He has not gotten away at all. If they're going to try to do anything with him, they're going to have to try to get by him on pit stops. Get in, get out, get through the gears faster, whichever. Otherwise, the 1 is just extremely stout tonight. Here comes the 98, looking to the inside of the 1, maybe try to dive it in just a little bit. Nope, second and third now side by side with the 8 car of Augustus, very, very close in tow. Have to see who Augustus goes with, who he's going to give that little bit of a push to. Even though this ain't Daytona or Talladega, the draft here is very, very real. Back to the 51 of Swats. All right, there we go. Green flag pit stops underway. Here's the 97 of Fatless Dig and the 9 of Q-Dog coming down for their pit stop. Grab 4 new freshies and a full tank of Sunoco race fuel. So that kind of makes me think that our leaders will also be coming down very, very soon. So now as the 2 behind Aswell start to race, notice how Aswell's starting to pull away here just a little bit. Parzival really just needs to let the 97 go, or the 97 needs to let the 11 go so they can get back in tune. Looks like the 98's kind of signaling that he's going to come down pits, just like the 8 of Augustus. So the 11 and the 8 are going to take one more lap around, and as close as those 2 have been to the front runners, or to the leader, I should say, they might come out ahead. We'll have to see how they get into and off pit road as we now check in with the 11 of Parzival, looking at the 1 of Aswell. We'll see if Aswell's status is he's going to pit. Yes, he is. All the way down the backstretch, pull it down onto the apron, going into 3. Keep it as close to the wall, and that absolutely just cost the 1 car the lead. Great hands by the 11 of Parzival to dodge him as he was coming down the pit road. The 1 kept it a little too close to the wall. That's not only going to cost him in entering pit road, but he's going to have to take a little extra time and fix that damage as well. So that 1 hiccup right there, that could cost him, because obviously the 11, the 84, the 8, and the 98, they've all been just as fast as the 1. So we'll have to see how much time that costs the 1 of the 1 of Aswell. Let's actually go ahead and jump on board with him. Kind of follow him off the pits. There he is. Car's rocking around a little bit, getting 4 brand new tires, filling up on Sunoco race fuel, coming out of the pits, and he has lost all kinds of time. There's no the 11 is nowhere around him. And let's see, the cars that he was fighting right there on that lead lap. Here comes the 97 of Fatless Dig. Here comes the 84, I believe. Nope, that's going to be the 39 of Master Killer. So look at the damage now on this 1 car. It doesn't look like he fixed it. Either that or the game just couldn't fix the graphics. Let's see, Jay Scott, thank you very much for the follow, sir. Absolutely appreciate you. Welcome to the NNR Xfinity series, live from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is by all accounts the best default or preset community on Xbox, hands down. The trucks run on Sunday night. Xfinity right here on Tuesday night, and then on Thursday, if you're familiar with the one and only HD Motorsports, we get to call the Cup Series together on Thursday. Most races start right around 9 o'clock Eastern. Hope to see you around, sir. Thank you very much for the follow. All right, so here's Parzival. Parzival is now all by himself. We saw him dodge the one of Asbel when he hit that wall going into or coming around turns 3 and 4 before he pit. Next time either Boehner or Cowboy come on by, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count and also see if one of them have the top 5 up. Right now it doesn't look like Cowboy has it up, so let's take a look at Boehner. Nope, Boehner doesn't, but I will grab a lap count. Looks like we've got 80 laps remaining here in Stage 3. So if they're able to go 25 laps or so, they're all going to have to pit 2 more times, and somebody's going to have to try to save about 2 laps of fuel or 2 laps of tire, whichever is going to go first. During Stage 1 and Stage 2, they were pretty much just cutting the stages right down the middle. We'll have to see how they deal here with Stage 3. Again, back to the 84 of Cheeseburger. Looks like now he's got the field all by himself. So that number that Asbel did on his car absolutely hurt. Here's Boehner now, right with the 19 of NNR Cowboy, going through 3 and 4, coming back to the start-finish line. Looks like Boehner definitely gets through the corner a little bit better. He's going to pull the outside of the 19 car coming down the front stretch. Boehner's going to keep it up high, try to get back into gas before the 19, allow that momentum to carry him all the way down the backstretch. As you see that momentum go, he's able to get back in the throttle before the 19 could. 19 couldn't because he'd have to wash up to the wall. So move that 28 up 1 more spot. Good job, Boehner. All right, here's the 39 of Master Killer with the 9 of Q-Dog right with him. Again, J-Paw Army teammates. Running nose to tail. All right, looks like we got our first retiree, old Mike Honcho, in the 66. Unfortunately, Mike, it's very, kind of unfortunate, but look forward to catching you next week when we head to Dega. 98 of Bowling now. Bowling looks like he's kind of all by himself. There's Cowboy again. He's got a pack of 3 right in front of him. 61 of Mountain. Boy, it seems like when those cars that were running all together went down pit road, the little difference in pit time and all that absolutely pulled these guys apart. So we'll have to really see how it stretches out. Now, some of these guys have better equipment than others. Like for example, I know Boehner and Asbel, the 61 of Mountaineer, they've all got wheels and shifters and all that. They're able to save just a little bit of gas. You get down in the corner, throw it in neutral, hit that clutch, so you kill your RPMs, where others don't have that benefit. So earlier when I said maybe try to save a lap or 2, that's all they got to do. Dive it into the corner, hit the clutch, pop it into neutral, and just let it coast just a little bit. If you got a pretty good stance as far as your position goes, man, that could pay dividends for you when it comes to the overall points at the end of the race. All right, so back here to the one of Asbel. Looks like he's got, I think that's a 97 of Fatless Dig there right in front of him. Again, I'll check into the stream of Cowboy and Boehner. See if I can grab not only some lap information, but maybe a little bit of a running order. Doesn't look like it's going to happen right now, but Asbel doesn't. He's riding right here with the 97. That damage that he's got really, it's got to be affecting him because he was running a couple miles an hour faster than the 97 earlier. 97, he's either lagging or he is looking very, very loose right now. I would not want to be anywhere near him. All right, a little bit of a battle here between the 11 and the 39. Again, the 11 of Parzival, 39 of Old Master Killer. There's Cheese right now in that 84. Cheese kind of up. Well, here he is, kind of all by himself. I don't know if he's in the lead or what right now. If he is, this is. I mean, he was up there with the 11 and with the 1. I'm almost wondering if the 11 didn't get a speeding penalty. I think I still saw him on track when the 1 pulled out. So I'm almost wondering if Cheeseburger is not your leader right now. Curiosity, I tell you. All right, here's the 28 and the 1 with the 9 and the 8, I think, right behind them. Yep, there's the 9 and the 61. So, yep, that's going to be Q-Dog and Mountain running side by side with the 19 of NNR Cowboy right behind them. But here's the 28 and the 1 running side by side. Guys behind them running side by side. Mountain just sitting back there, picking up on all the draft. Again, I'm not quite sure who your current leader is. Leader right now is just now coming off of 1 and 2, so it's not going to be the 98. All right, now the leader is going into 3. Let's see. All right, so this might actually be your pack. Let's see. Right now, Cowboy is showing in P6, Mountain in 5th, and looks like they got 68 laps remaining. All right, move Mountain up to 4th, Q-Dog 5th now. Trying to keep up with everybody here. Oh, is this another retiree? The 97 of Fatless Dig? I hope not. Fatless is in the chase, I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he is. Looking at the scroll on the bottom of the screen as it went along. I know Bill's that was out there in chat a little bit ago. He is part of the chase. Just unfortunately missed it tonight. There's the 11. All right, so Mountain is running in 4th. The two right ahead of him are the 28 of Boehner and the 1 of Asbel. But if Mountain right now was running as he runs with them, he'd be in 3rd, but he's in 4th. So I'm not the running order is definitely jumbled up. I still wonder if your leader right now still is Cheeseburger. Let me go ahead and try to catch back up with him again. All right, there's Cheese just across the start-finish line. I really wonder if this is not your leader right now. I wonder if old Cheese, again, I talked to him during pre-race a little bit. He was saying that he's been fast, he's had the speed, just has not been able to close it out. I wonder if this might be his time, as here he is, ducking down onto pit road, carrying as much speed as he can all the way around without watching back up on track, trying to whoa it up to, I want to say, 45 mile an hour. Good entry onto pit road, and let's see how that cycles these guys. So Boehner, I've got his stream and Cowboy stream. Let's see if this gives the lead to somebody else. All right, so that actually put, man, I these custom cars, I tell you, they're fun to watch, nice to look at and all that, but they make trying to figure out who the leader is very, very hard when they don't have the top 5 up or anything like that. But kind of still working my way through. There's Q-Dog. Again, 98 of Bowling. Looks like we've got 63 3 laps remaining here in stage 3. Jay Scott's picking. Sorry, guys, I just saw that. Powder, thank you very much for the Powder, thank you very much for the sub, sir. Absolutely appreciate it. J-Pa, I can't ban him. If Jay Scott's got an eye on Fatless Dig, I can't say anything about that. Fatless Dig's been fast. The only thing is, I almost want to say that Fatless is out for the night. Last I saw, he was sitting on pit road. I'll get back around again. Let's see there he is. Yeah, Fatless is out. Looks like you're Chase Scott. Very unfortunate. Yeah, he is part of the chase. He's about 42 points behind your current points leader. Combat Beast, thank you very much for the bits, sir. Absolutely appreciate you. Man, you guys lately have been extremely awesome. I want to tell you, I am getting closer and closer to getting that first reimbursement from Twitch. And when I do, like I said, I am not taking any of that payment. I'm going to be going right to NNR League.com under the Zazzle tab, and I'm gonna grab some swag and I'm gonna pay it forward, whether it's in koozies or whatever, or I'll go to NASCAR.com, grab some koozies or some lanyards. I don't know, but everybody out there in the stream has been great to me. I'm just paying it forward, just like Powder did. He paid it forward, the gift that he got. But yeah, thank you very much, Combat Beast and Powder for that. J-Pa, glad to see you back here tonight, sir. J-Pa, I tell you what, I think your boy here, right here, might be getting it done. I think he was in the lead earlier, but I could be wrong. Nobody's got their menus up, but it looks like we're still going through pit cycles. The 28 of Boehner, the 1 of Asbel, and a couple others, the 61 of Mountain right here, have been able to go an extra lap or 2, which is really what they're going to need in order to keep it going. When they came back out, they had 80 laps remaining, and they were going about 25 laps on a tank of gas. So they've either got to go an extra couple laps each time around, maybe just baby that right rear, or I have to see if what they told me during pre-race was right, where they could go 27. If they could do that, they've just got to get an extra quarter lap somewhere. Again, the 9 of Q-Dog. Here's the 98 of Bowling. I'm waiting to see, once these green flag pit stops are done, where it hashes back out to. Right now, it's showing that the 28 of Boehner is your current leader. I'll go ahead and try to find him. He has not come down pit road yet. I can tell you they've got 56 laps remaining. I think that's it. Print's kind of small. But Boehner is about the only one that has not come down pit road as of yet. Actually, there he is, coming through 1 and 2. Probably going to hug that white line. I'm sorry, 3 and 4 rather. I thought he was going to go in that time. Nope, he's coming across the start-finish line to lead another lap. But he's got to come down sometime soon. His stream is saying that he's only got 2 laps of fuel left in the tank. He should be able to go from here. If we got 63, they've got a pit. It's still going to be close to see who's going to be able to make it. We saw this guy right here as 61 of Mountain. He was on the back bumper of the 1 of Asbel before. He just pitted 2 laps before the 1. Now that extra speed that he got out of those brand new Eagle Feel Goods, he was able to get back out on track. Obviously, he got in got out and able to make up just a little bit of time to get in front of that one, and he's absolutely shown speed. Glad to see Mountain running very, very strong. And it looks like the 28 car of Boehner is going to be pitting this time by. Yep, there he goes. So he's gone a couple of extra laps further than Mountain, further than Asbel, further than most everybody else. So great job by him. Way to play the fuel strategy. It says on a full tank of gas he can get 27 laps, but that does not mean that the right rear can withstand that kind of a beating. So we'll have to see. So with him going down pit road, let me go ahead and pull back up the stream of Cowboy and see where he stands right now. Cowboy's showing he's in third. Boehner's on pit road. So yeah, once this all cycles through, J-Paw Army will be in the lead with the one and only Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger just went on by to take the lead, but will he have enough fuel to make it all the way? As you can see, he's got nobody anywhere near him. So the issues that the 1 and the 11 had on pit road when the 1 hit the wall, and I'm guessing the 11 got a speeding penalty, that allowed Cheeseburger, who had a flawless pit stop during the first stop of the third round, or the third stage, he's pulled away to a fantastic lead. Next time one of them pull up their running order, I'll see if I can't grab a time between. Let's take a look here. All right. Okay, let's see. So yeah, here is old Cheese. Doing a pretty good job. He's got to keep it off the wall. He's racing by himself. Doesn't have to do anything risky. Good for him right now. Here's the 28 of Boehner. Boehner right now going down the backstretch. I want to think that might be Cheese right in front of him going into 3 and 4 coming down the front stretch, but by Cheese's stream, whoops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. By Cheese's stream, there's nobody behind him. I mean, maybe somebody coming out of the other, out of turns 3 and 4 as he goes into 1 and 2, but that's it. So J-Paw, if Cheeseburger wins the race tonight, what does he get for from the Army? Does he get a stripe? There's 61 of Mountain still running in front of the 1 of Asbel. 1 of Asbel definitely showed to have some damage. I'm sure on that pit sequence he would have either the first one or this last time he pit, he would have tried to fix that up. But it looks like he's still got some issues there. Going down pit road, that looked like that was Master Killer or the 98 of Bowling. Not 100% sure. Nope, that was the 11 of Parzival, but there was somebody else as well. Definitely wasn't the 84. There's the 28 of Boehner. There's Master Killer. So yeah, it must have been the, nope, it wasn't the 98 of Bowling either. So I guess it was just the 11 of Parzival. Still going on through. 19 still trying to grab the draft off the 51 of SWAT. SWAT's right behind the 61 of NNR Mountain. Mountain again having a phenomenal run up inside. I want to say he's running like P2, P3 right now, but these pit stops have absolutely thrown everything off. I'm still trying to wait and see if somebody's got a running order up. Like for example, I just said, different pit strategies. Looking at the stream from NNR Cowboy, rocking the 19. Interstate Batteries throwback. He's got 10 laps to go. You look back at Boehner, he's got 21 laps to go. Laps of fuel left in the tank, I should say. That's not how many laps they've got left remaining. But however, next time they come on by, we'll grab a lap count. That looks like it's going to be 46 laps remaining. Everybody a bit more spread out than they were earlier. That absolutely happens with the different presets, different wear models, different tire pressures, different wedge. I mean, so much affects the fall off of these cars. Some of these guys have proven to be better on the long run than others. 45 laps remaining, says Cowboy Stream. Here's a good battle between the 11 of Parsable, 28 of Boehner to the outside, still side by side. Going down that backstretch, heading into turn 3 and 4. Boehner on the high side, 11 down low. Boehner's going to try to pull it on down, maybe try a little bit of a crossover as the 9 of Q-Dog takes it down pit road right now. There's the 39 of Master Killer. There's the 9. Love the look of these Camaros on this game, I tell you. Let's see here. All right, Boehner right now is in P6. Cowboy is in P5. They are definitely on different parts of the track, though. That is how spread apart they are. All right, so right now here's Old Cheeseburger on pit road. Let's see. And on Boehner's stream, as he goes on by, looks like he is gonna looks like another custom right around him is gonna grab the lead. I'm gonna guess that other custom is none other than the 61 of Mountain right here. Mountain just now coming off. Nope, it may not be Mountain either. Well, then again, these streams are a little bit far, a little further behind. We'll have to see how it works out. Q-Dog, thank you very much for checking in while you're going down pit road. Buddy, please take care of that car. Take care of those tires. Looks like you were doing pretty good, keeping up there with the 61 of Mountain and others. Thank you very much, sir. Good to see you. Here's now the 8 of Augustus. There's the 51 again of Swats. Now, I promised Swats if he made it into the top 3 to where he came up to the booth afterwards to hang out with me for a little bit. Excuse me, I'd actually interview him twice because I owe him one from the spring race. So not quite sure where he is right now, but these guys have run caution-free. Usually we have a little bit bigger of a field than we do tonight, but this is later in the season. Some of the guys that did make the chase decided, you know what, I'm just going to go on. I'm going to get practiced up for the 2021 season when we're on Heat 5. Different damage model with Heat 5, different whole set of different things that we'll be going by. Right now, let's see. 40 laps remaining. Still looks like Boehner has about. Yeah, man. You know what? I've gotta see if I can do this here. I can't because I can switch screens. I'm watching the feed from Boehner, and he is absolutely throwing that car into neutral all the way through the beginning of the and after. So he is saving a ton of gas where a lot of these other guys are just not doing it. There's 39 laps to go. He's still got 14 laps of fuel in the tank. He can easily ride this out while he's in P4 right now and save the necessary gas. What he's got to hope for is that this goes caution-free. If it goes caution-free, he's going to have a very, very healthy lead because the 84 of Cheeseburger will have to pit along with several others, so we'll have to see how that works. 38 laps remaining. More and more coming down pit road. There's a 98 of Bowling. Looks like that's a 61 coming off up there. There's a 9 of Q-Dog. He just checked into chat while pitting. That was pretty cool. Here's a 19 of Cowboy working his way all the way around. Turns 3 and 4 right up against that wall as little time as possible. Probably would have wanted to be a little bit faster, but did not want to risk speeding onto pit road. Again, here's the 61 of Mountain. Now, he's got a wheel. He's got a shifter as well, but he's not streaming. I don't know if he's doing the same thing that Boehner's doing. I don't know if Asbel is doing the same thing as Boehner. I think the top 3 tonight is going to be a complete surprise when it comes down to it. We'll definitely have to see. Again, NNR SWAT's up there keeping pace. Boehner is saving all kinds of gas. He's right now behind the one of Asbel. Asbel's got to be saving gas too. There's no way he would allow somebody like that to just pull up around the outside of him. Both of these cars are saving a ton of gas, trying to stretch it to where they've only got to make one more pit stop. The 51's fast, but I don't think he's fast enough to run both of those guys down on the backstretch, as you see the 1 and the 28 drafting all the way through. Both of them have got to be under the same strategy. Taking a play out of Dohar's book, the same way he won Indy last week and Richmond earlier in the season. These guys are doing the same thing. Me personally, I'm a hammer down kind of guy. If we got to go to a track that includes brakes, I don't want to go. That's just me. But yeah. There's a 98 of Bowling. We saw him go down pit road earlier. He's got the 19 of NNR Cowboy right with him. Again, 61 of Mountain behind Cowboy. There goes Cheese, I want to say. Yep, that was Cheese. And then the 11 of Parsville. Again, back to the 51 of Swats. There's only about 15 cars on track tonight. Couple people, no brakes. Nope, I do not like the brakes at all, Spurl. Still working our way through. Again, these guys still battling it out. I've heard of racing, side by side for the lead and all that, but racing side by side to see who can save the most gas, that's something else. But Boehner is in the points lead, so what he's doing at the tracks where he can try a little extra strategy has obviously been working out for him, so you can't fault him. A little bit of a battle here between the 8 of Augustus and the 84 of Cheeseburger. I'm wondering now if Cheeseburger's perhaps backed it down after his last pit stop. Try to get it to where he can make it on one more pit stop once the 28 and the 1 take it down pit road. We'll have to see. These guys right here, yeah, they are so far off the pace, it's not even funny. There's the 39 of Master Killer on pit road. There's the 11 of Parzival also on pit road. A couple guys that lagged out tonight, unfortunately. Here's a 98 with the 18 again. 19. '61 of Mountain on pit road. And I'm going to grab a lap count. I'm going to guess that this is Mountain's last stop as well, as he comes across. No, it's still saying 30 laps remaining. So Mountain would absolutely have to save a good 3 laps on this last fuel run. If not, he's going to find himself drawing the short straw. Let me see here. Me too, Spurl. Me too. That's why the wall always comes up a little bit faster. 51 of Swats going through the grass, taking a little bit of Dan the Lawn Man's job. See, I get the strategy, but to me, this is not racing. I mean, this is how, I guess Austin Dillon won the Coke 600 a couple years back on fuel. And just like how he pissed off a Busch that night during post-race interviews, I'm sure that some people are going to be pissed off that they're pulling a strategy that they're pulling. But hey, it is part of racing. It took me years to accept that, but it is in fact part of racing. But it looks like they've got about 4 laps of fuel. So after these guys pit, they can go, balls to the walls as fast as they want to go. They will be able to make it. All right, let's keep on going through. Back up front now. I want to say, or maybe not back up front, but 84 Cheese. Now, the other thing, have those guys been saving so much time that Cheeseburger and these other guys that have kind of run away from them, has Cheese been able to extend that gap to where if he does have to pit, maybe he's going to be able to get by with just right sides and a splash to stay in front of those guys, even though they'll be on newer tires. At some point they've got to equal out. So it's, I didn't think about that until just now. We'll have to see how that plays out. Judging by Boehner's stream, the leader is going down pit road right now. So let's see if we can find out who that is. All right, so the leader right there was Asbel, but the people that have not been saving gas are going to end up flying right by. Boehner still went one more lap. He's going through 3 and 4 right now. No, maybe not. So I'm going to guess that, Boehner is still out. He has not pit yet. So I'm going to guess the leader that I saw was actually the 84 of Cheese. As you see the 9 of Q-Dog go on by him. A little bit of instability, a little bit of lag in the room. See Boehner able to hold on to it. There goes Q-Dog. He's going to stay in the gas all the way through. Boehner in deep on the apron, trying to woe it down to about 45 miles an hour. Does not want a speeding penalty on this, his last pit stop. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming closer and closer to the end. I'm going to try to figure out who our leader is on Boehner's stream. It was showing the leader was on the backstretch. Let's see if we can't find him. Going to be now. All right, nobody has their track map up. Let me go ahead and look at this one. All right, so all right, let's keep on keeping on. All right, so I was just on the 19. The leader was actually right behind the 19. So let me see if I can go ahead and find him again and look backwards. So Asbel is right behind him. The leader is right behind Asbel. So let's go back through one more time. Oh, I want to be looking forward here. If this is the 61 of Mountain right in front of him, and that is Boehner right behind. Second is Q-Dog, Bowling is third, Cowboys fourth, Asbel's fifth, and Augustus is sixth. So it looks like this is Augustus is in sixth. So Boehner is trying to get on by him. Asbel, man, this is confusing. This is just throwing me off. All right, let's keep on going, see if I can find some more information, because, yeah, they are on so many different strategies. I can't keep up, but I can be certain about one thing. When Cowboy just came to the line right there, there was 22 laps remaining. Here comes Q-Dog down pit road. The one right behind him, I think the one is just going to simply overtake him. With the amount of time that the one stayed out, or the one could easily be a lap down. So we'll have to see what Q-Dog does. Does he take just right sides, and a can and a half of gas to add to what he has in the tank? You'll see how this works. Let me see, 21 laps remaining. Bowling now in the lead. Asbel second, Cowboy third, Boehner fourth, Augustus in fifth. So there's Cheeseburger coming out of the pits right now. Master Killer, come on. There's Bowling. All right, so Bowling and Asbel, that is 1 and 2 right now. Cowboy back there is in P3, but Cowboy has not pit yet. He will still have to pit, which means Boehner will easily overtake him. As you see, Boehner diving down underneath the 19 now. Again, this is for P3. The 19 should be signaling soon that he's got to take it down pit road to grab those 4 more Eagle Feel Goods and take it to the home stretch. They are on lap 181 of 200, so 19, now 18 more laps remaining here in the final stage to put this race in the record books. First race of the NNR Xfinity Series, second round of the chase will be done. Somebody's about to crank that handle on the jackpot, bring it down pit road, dance with the dancing girls on the stage. Man, yeah, all about Sin City. Who's been the worst here tonight? Let's see. Who's the worst? Who's the best? All right, so Cowboy is down on pit road. All right, so right now that gives the lead back to Asbel, Bowling second, Boehner third, Augustus fourth, and Mountain in P5. But Mountain pit with 30 laps remaining, so he may have to pit one more time, or he's going to be putting that shifter to some very good use, probably jamming it in gear, jamming it out of gear, jamming it back in gear to see what he's able to accomplish. Let's go ahead and get back to our chat here. Yeah, Q-Dog, I saw you. You and I know Cheese led a lot. He's had a ton of speed, but Boehner and the one of Asbel have played this entire fuel strategy thing to death. Boehner just came across, 16 laps remaining here in the race. Still working our way through. There's Cowboy in P3. I don't think he has pit yet, though. We'll have to see how that works out. That moves... actually, no. He has pit. So that moves Mountain to third. Nope, I think Mountain... something. Yeah, Mountain to third. Cheeseburger in fourth. And Bowling is now on pit road. So Bowling gave up second place. And now it's Asbel, Boehner, Mountain, Cheeseburger, and Q-Dog. Q-Dog taking over fifth place, 1 lap down. So right now the top 4 seem like they're on the lead lap, but Cheeseburger will more than likely have to pit one more time. That will leave 3. It is getting tighter and tighter, having to see who's going to make it on fuel, who's going to have to pit with 2 or 3 to go, who's going to just who's maybe been trying to save just a little bit more. It's we're going to have to, man, I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. Who is going to be in the booth with me talking about their strategy, talking about the tire wear, talking about the different lines, talking about who's now locked in to going from the round of 12 to the round of 8. Man, with only 4 races, obviously, we're going to go from 12 to 8. We're going to eliminate 4 people. They will be the 4 lowest in points. Man, I don't know who's going to be with how much they're dicing it up tonight. Again, here's the 86, 15. 15 looks like he might be trying to save a little bit of gas. Looks like he's got it backed way down right now. All right, according to Boehner's, well, I see out there, Powder. According to Boehner's stream right now, he's in P2. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure of what the gap is up to first place. He hasn't shown me that menu. He's got 14 laps left in the tank, but 10 laps remaining here in the race. There is Boehner looking ahead to the one of Asbel. Asbel is his closest competition in points. He's only 20 points behind Boehner. Asbel took max stage points in stage 1. It was a great race to the line in stage 2. Boehner was able to get on by on the high side with, it was a photo finish. That's how close it was between these 2 cars. Well, these 2 from Rook Racing have been dominating the truck and Xfinity series. In the trucks, it's been Asbel and Watt Racing. here it's been Boehner and Asbel. So um, these guys are trying to do all they can to make it a Rook Racing championship season. Boehner's not too far off into cup points either. I think he's sitting like third or fourth, so it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. Still working through. I wish I had a running order. Let's see. Yeah, I agree with you, Powder. They're both really good, but Boehner is better at saving than Asbel. They were actually doing it together at the same time, lap after lap. Like a few laps, Boehner would push the one, then Asbel would get behind the 28, and he'd push him. They both been pulling that strategy ever since the start of stage 3. Let's see here. 8 laps remaining as Boehner comes to the line. It'll be 7. Here's the 61 of Mountain pit with 30 to go. So we'll have to see if he's going to be able to save 3 laps. They say when you pit, you've got to it said about 27 laps. 27 saving some gas, yeah, but can the abuse on your tires take it? You've got to really take care of those tires all the way for those full 30 laps. I ran a few test laps in the trucks the night before last, and that right rear was ready to pop when the gas had about 2 to go. So I don't know what the wear is here on these Xfinity cars, but if it's anything like that, they've really got to baby them. All right, back again to 51 of Swats. A little bit of nose damage there. Again, Fatless Dig kind of suffered a blown motor. First and second, still have a little bit of a gap. Doesn't look like Boehner has made up any time on the 1 of Asbel. So in the trucks, it's the 8 of Asbel. He took it to victory lane then. He's trying to do it again tonight with about 7 coming to 4 laps to go when they come to the line next time by. So Boehner here, Asbel here, take the 4 to go mark. Boehner right behind him, not making up any time. So the Rook Racing will finish 1-2. Not 100% sure who's in third right now. Still just kind of keeping it here with the 1. I'm going to try to pull up the stream again of Cowboy, see if he can show me anything. Okay, so Mountain is in 6th, Bowling is in 5th, Cowboy in 7th, Parzival 8th, Augustus in 9th. Looks like they're mixing it up just a little bit. I'm going to guess that maybe somebody's pitting. We'll have to see. But either way, it's going to keep on working through. There's Boehner in that 28. Again, he's looking forward to the 1 of Asbel. They're on lap 197 of 200. So 3 to go. Once they come across the line here, that will be 2 to go. And yeah, it really looks like it is all Asbel. Asbel is showing no sign of letting up, no sign of having to save any kind of gas. He looks like he's running the same exact line. Boehner's not able to make up any time. They're just equally fast. So as Boehner gets into the corner, Parzival is already entering. That's kind of the gap that he's got. Again, coming to the start-finish line. This will be 2 laps to go. Lap 199 and 200. Next time by will be the white flag. Find out who is our 3rd place. I can tell you 4th through 8th right now. 4th is Q-Dog. Then it's Bowling. Then it's Cowboy, Parzival, and Mountain. Again, Mountain having a strong 8th place finish right now. Parzival 7th, Cowboy 6th. So another strong run by Cowboy. Bowling in 5th. Q-Dog in 4th. I'm going to guess that maybe Cheeseburger is going to round out our top 3. He was up there before. White flag in the air. 1 car's got the lead. 28 does not look like he's going to be able to catch up. And Rook Racing looks like they are going to finish this 1-2. There's no doubt in my mind. It's gonna be all the 28 and the 1. Last time, 3 and 4 coming out of the turns. White car, the 1 car's gonna duck down. Oh, he's gonna make it a little close. Yeah, he waited up for his buddy. We saw that. But great racing by those guys. Once they come to the line, I'll figure out who's finished third. Those guys definitely put on one hell of a show. And yes, according to Boehner Stream, Cheeseburger finished third, Q-Dog fourth, Bowling fifth, Cowboy sixth, Parzival seventh, Mountain eighth, Augustus ninth, Master Killer in P10. So that wraps up your top 10. If either of them scroll down, I'll definitely bring you the rest, but I don't think they're going to. They are just excited to get out of here. Guys, these 15 cars on track here at Las Vegas, caution-free except for the stages. Got to give it to them. We saw a lot of great draft racing, a lot of side-by-side, sometimes 3 wide, door-to-door, nose-to-tail. You can't ask for any better. Let's go ahead and try to find that one real quick as he's pulling down pit road, maybe try to get a little burnout going before he works his way to the booth. So again, we'll be talking to none other than the one and only Cheeseburger, that young kid. Then we'll talk to Boehner and we'll talk to Asbel. So let's go ahead and get on back up here. Here we go. All right. Let's see. All right, and getting back to, I see everybody's up in the booth now. I see Cheese, I see Asbel, I see Swats, just waiting on Boehner, and there he is. All right, well, let's go ahead and start off with old Cheeseburger. Cheese, you got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Cheese, I tell you what, man, I was keeping up with you during that entire stage, and buddy, I was as fast as you were. I saw what happened between the 11 and the 1, where the 11 hit the wall, and I'm guessing the 1 hit the wall, and the 11 had to kind of dive and duck in order to not hit him, and it looked like he sped coming on the pit road, and that allowed you, since you were right on their tails the entire time, to pull away when they had that issue. It's just the 1 and the 28 saved a phenomenal amount of fuel. To give an example, while Cowboy had 10 laps of fuel left in his tank, Boehner had 21. So, just very, very different fuel strategies. But, man, you definitely killed it on speed. You had a hot rod. Walk us through that last stage, please.
Well, last stage when I was battling with the guy, that was really fun. I was like, first pit stop, I'm like, where's everyone at? I know I pitted early, but where they at? And then I was like, did one of them I felt like one of them had damage, and then one of them had a speeding penalty. I saw Bolin, I was like, where's he at? He got something happened with him. So I was leading. I was like, wow, I'm leading in NNR. That's pretty cool. And then led a lot of the laps, but my issue is I run controller, and these guys run on wheels, and it's hard for me to save tires. My problem was before, and why I couldn't finish is because I couldn't save tires. But luckily, everything planned out, and I was balls to the wall, hoping for that caution to come out, because I know Banner and Asbro was saving some nice fuel and some tires, so I was like, no caution. But I took a third place, and also shout out the Q-Dog for finishing fourth, my teammate. That was cool.
Yep. Yeah, I was watching you guys. I was watching Master Killer a bit. I was, J-Paw was, checking in, and there was another guy too pulling for Fatless Dig. See, that was Jay Scott, 186. Again, thanks for the follow, sir. And him and Boehner, or him and J-Paw were going back and forth a little bit. I'm guessing they know each other. He was telling me to boot Jay Scott. So, but man, you had in pre-race, we were talking. You were saying you've had the speed many times, just have not been able to put it together. You took another step into the realm of getting it all together tonight, man. Great job. Fast hot rod. Looking forward to next week, see what you're going to be able to do at Dega. the week after at Mid-Ohio, and then, of course, wrapping up the stage at Richmond. Congratulations on your third place, man. I know you're not in the chase, but it's got to be a great bit of a morale booster for you.
Thank you, Logan.
Any shout-outs there from you, Cheese?
Like I said, shout out the Q finishing fourth. He hasn't had a top 5 the whole season, and my man pulled it off in fourth. Shout out to him.
Awesome. Good job.
And also Master as well, but he didn't have the best day.
Yeah. But you know what? He's kind of been up and down. He's still in the points there. Dega's a wild card. Who knows what's going to happen next week? Maybe all of J-Pile Army will get together, push, and just get on by. We'll have to see. Congrats again, though. All right, and then Boehner.
What's up, Pete?
Boehner, I tell you what, that clutch and that neutral has got to be your best friend. I was watching you just jamming it into neutral and then jamming it back in gear, lowering your RPM to about 1,000, give or take, and you were saving an awesome amount of fuel. I saw you spin out in the first couple laps. You were able to keep it off the wall. Great hands by you, and you slowly and methodically started getting off a couple cars. Made up a little bit on pit road. I think at one point you worked yourself up to 8th, and stage 2 happened. It jumbled everybody back together. You started on the outside, started pushing your way forward, and from that moment on, you were pretty much right back in the thick of it. Talk us through your car, through your strategy, and do you think you could have had anything for Asbel if you were just a little bit closer? We saw you dueling really hard earlier in the race.
Yeah, first of all, shout out to Stout and his dad, man. Just thinking about them and hoping for the best there and news there whenever we get it. So thinking about you, Stout, if you watch this later or if you have to be watching. So wanted to say that first. Pete, I did not think for a second I was going to finish second this race. Some of these are starting to hurt. I thought once we pit that first time in stage 3, if there was no caution, there was no way I was going to end up losing. And it's just crazy that 107 laps comes down to 0.2 of a second. You know, when guys are nowhere near each other a lot of the time on different strategies, it's just hilarious. It just kind of sucks. You ran out of fuel there off of 4. I knew it was going to be close on fuel and tires, and I thought if I just kept pushing him, he wouldn't be able to make it. I think that's the second time he's beat me, just barely making it, either a tire blowing right at the line or just enough gas. He's just so good, man. You got to do everything perfect. And there's about 10 different things I could have done differently. But, once again, he sees me do something different. He might do something different too. So you just don't really know. Yeah, I mean, we had a fast car. We could have done it on speed. And, we talk each other into different preset ideas for how we think the race is going to shake out, and knowing it was only 13, 15 guys, I thought I'd go green. So went with a lower preset that I could manage my tires and fuel with safely. And yeah, man, just short there. Not sure if you caught the finish, but
yep.
I needed about 50 to 100 more yards there. And at first I thought he was just slowing down because his tire maybe hit 0 or something. But then when it didn't get really going again, and he started yelling he was out of fuel. I was like, oh, but nope, not quite enough. So hats off to Asbel. Feel bad for Fatless and Honcho. They had great runs going, and they both lagged out, and that sucks. And anyways, fun race, caution free. Yeah, that first incident where I got spun out, it's just a situation where the car on the outside didn't really allow me any room to come back up on the track, and in fact kind of came down on me while I was on the apron, and if you're straddling that apron and a guy comes down on you, I mean, you're done. So feel bad for SWATs and Mountain. They got caught up in that, and that sucks.
Well, I'll tell you, Match Killer's out there in chat saying sorry, Boehner, for stage 1. So,
No, it's all good.
yep,
I wasn't.
he is taking that on, and also Powder's out there saying great race, Asbel and Boehner, and Powder's all about you getting it done. So you've definitely had a few people out in chat rooting for you as well.
Yeah, it probably didn't look as exciting on the broadcast as it was. I could kind of tell, like I said, after the first round of pit stops, and I went a couple laps further, I thought for sure I had this one in the bag. And like I said, there's probably, several things I could have done different from there to make sure I won. But the biggest mistake I made is the same thing I did when Asbel beat me when he blew a tire, and I can't believe I did. I actually did the opposite. I tightened the car up for that last run just to make sure I would have enough tire at the end, and I tightened it up too much. I couldn't quite reel him back in. I think if I would have left it where I practiced, I would have caught him and probably still had enough tire, but chose the safe route and lose by 2/10. That's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, Asbel took stage 1. The finish for stage 2 was phenomenal. I got to tell you, it was, mano a mano at the line. You were able to pull ahead. I watched you off the high side on the second to last lap. You got it done right there. I'm thinking, man, if he could do that same thing here for to close out that stage, it's going to be awesome. And you did the same exact thing. You took it by just your bumper, if that. I thought about going back to clip it, but I unfortunately missed it. It was a hell of a stage win. Overall, man, you and the one were battling hard. Watched you up high, watched you down low, watched you try to just nuzzle your nose under his left rear a couple times to just get him to scoot up. Man, the battle that y'all had was phenomenal. There were a lot of great battles all the way around the track. At one point, J-Paw was out there saying this track is awesome for side-by-side racing, and he wasn't kidding. Master Killer says he's actually going to go back and catch that clip. I'm sure he'll probably send it to you. But congratulations, Boehner. I mean, you've still got the points lead. I think before tonight you had a 20-point gap on Asbel. Now, going to Dega, Mid-Ohio, and Richmond, what are you going to have to do to try to manage, besides winning, all right, what are you going to have to do to try to manage the point gap that you've got over the one now that he's got to win and he's guaranteed to move on to the round of 8 after this round?
Yeah, I just got fortunate in the sense that, a lot of guys, when they kind of fell out of contention, they kind of dropped out of the league. So there's not really a big enough field with 15 to 20 cars where I think I'm going to have to worry about the points. It's basically going to come down to Atlanta. And, Asbel and I should both probably be there unless something really, really, really wild happens in those last 3 races. So the points I'm not too worried about. It's just figuring out ways to not lose these races when I put myself in a spot where, I probably can win. Indy, both races last week was a huge, huge heartbreak in both those, the way those ended for me. And then tonight was another one. But you know what? It hurts because you got a chance. You know what I mean? There was a long time where I didn't have a chance. So, but once again, when you're losing to the best guys out there, that's nothing to be really sad about, when it's all in perspective. But Dega's a crapshoot. Mid-Ohio, I think I'll be really good. And then Richmond is one of my favorite tracks in the game. So all those should be fun.
Man, well, you said it all. I ain't got anything else to ask you, buddy. Congratulations.
Thanks,
another runner-up. You'll still retain the points lead. Any shout-outs from you? I know Rook Racing's out there somewhere.
Yeah, Rook Racing. It's fun practicing, and Bullying kind of hopped in and practiced with us a little bit. And, I've shared with everyone, we're not an exclusive group, man. Like, if y'all want to practice, you see us on, hit us up. Everyone's welcome to join us. But Cheeseburger, I feel bad for the guys who don't have the wheels because it really is a disadvantage when it comes to saving stuff. So wish I could buy a wheel for everyone and a shifter so everyone could be on the same playing field. But hopefully everyone can start getting those when Christmas rolls around for next season or something like that. But thanks, Pete. Thanks for broadcasting. That's it.
No, man, you're absolutely welcome. I do because I enjoy it. All right, and then yeah, let's. Don't really want to, but the guy's got a freaking seat right next to me, so he's got an embroidered seat with his name on the back of the damn thing. Asbel, you got me, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
I tell you what, I started talking about your truck race the other night and how you pretty much once you got away, you got away. You kind of did the same thing in stage one tonight. You got away and you took that stage. Um, that was just classic you. Well, once you have that clean air, once the draft was broken here at Vegas, you were able to keep that car in the clean air, run your own line, not really have to worry about a whole lot with 15 trucks on track, not a whole lot of lap traffic to possibly contend with. Stage two, Boehner took it by that much.
Yeah.
And then stage three, y'all were just going lap after lap. You'd get behind him, saving fuel. Then he'd get behind you, saving fuel. And then you'd get behind him, saving fuel. And you were swapping back and forth. I made a comment during the stream that it's a race to see who can save the most fuel, if I could talk. But you have a wheel and a shifter also, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was kind of a stupid question to ask, wasn't it? You could tell me. But I talk to you so much. It's like I'm running out of things to talk to you about. We're always talking about stage wins. We're talking about wins. We're talking about points. We're talking about the upcoming tracks. We're talking about the chase. We're talking about the different series. I mean, we are truly talking about everything that's going on, and you're at the at the top of the board in the trucks. You're close to the top of the board here in Xfinity. What's next for Asbel? What is your next level?
No, Pete, I guess we'll have to find out next season, I believe.
Okay, well, in saying that, have you been have any of the Cup teams reached out to you about moving on up?
No, not really. But
No?
I figured that, Boehner possibly, but I mean, he hadn't said nothing to me. I guess he don't want me in there either.
That's a given. Come on.
Well, I mean, I joked about it before. In the Cup Series last year, HD and I joked all the time about Amor Smoke when he went on and won like 7 in a row. How he had that chair right between me and him, talking about the races, every race afterwards. If he wasn't first, he was second. If he wasn't, he was third. And I mean, you're pretty much like the Amor Smoke of the truck or the Xfinity series, man. You're just getting it done on a weekly basis, and I can't say anything but congratulations.
Thank you, Pete.
You are very very welcome. So now that you know you're on to the round of 8, do you still pick up on the remaining tracks? Do you worry about Dega? Do you worry about Mid Ohio? Do you worry about Richmond? I know you said Martinsville, which is I think like the second to last race before we go to Atlanta, isn't your favorite, but so far you're in a pretty solid points position, unless something happens like Boehner just says, or like Boehner just said rather, that you're completely thrown off. What are you going to be? Are you going to be worrying about the tracks in the final 3 races of this stage?
I mean, not really. I'm gonna be more of a teammate next race. Pretty much be pushing whoever needs it. Because I mean, like you said, I'm already locked in for the rest of them. So Dega's more of like a push your teammate, help your teammate out there. Mid Ohio, I'm pretty good at road courses. I mean, it's not my favorite, dude, because that game likes to throw you on 2 wheels a lot. But I'm not that bad at road courses. And then Richmond, I'm pretty good there, but I wouldn't count on me winning there either. Boehner probably got that one.
right. Well, yeah, you heard it from the kid himself. All right. Well, I know same thing for you. Rook Racing's in there, but any other shout outs there, Asbel?
For you, Pete, you're always broadcasting. It's always fun. Like I said, always fun to watch. You watch them back and see what all happened. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, that was probably the scariest moment when I seen Boehner and I was out of fuel and it's just sputtering. I'm like, well, I'm looking at my mirror like, well, he's either gonna pass me out the line or we're barely beat him. And I mean,
I thought
I
you were
just
just
barely
checking up
beat
to
him.
make it fun. That's honestly
Oh
what I
no,
thought.
no, I started sputtering going in 3 and 4, so I popped it neutral so it could coast through the corner. I put it back and forth, and then it sputtered once. It got going, and then started sputtering again. I said, "Well, that's the end of it. If I don't win it, I don't win. It'd be close."
Well, you definitely you got it done, man. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Pete.
You're welcome. All right, guys. But as for me, we got one more race from Vegas this week. That is going to be the night after tomorrow, Thursday night. At again, we're gonna see which of the Cup guys are gonna be up on the stage on victory lane with the showgirls dancing up, having a good time, hitting the jackpot, having fun in Sin City. Asbel has got it done both races so far, trucks and Xfinity. He's gone double down. Haha, get it, Las Vegas. But man, I can't wait for Thursday night. HD Motorsports will be in the booth with me. We're going to find out who's going to lock their way into the round of 8. Talk to them a little bit as well. But don't forget, Thursday night is a money race because nobody picked the top 3 last week when Dohar won at Indy. The money actually rolls over, so it's another double down. What do you know? We'll have to see who's going to be able to pick their top 3 before the end of stage 2. Haha, get it, Boehner? And yeah, until then, please, by all means, take care of each other. Stay healthy. I will see you somewhere around the track. Have a great night.